Welcome, beloved sisters, and happy 2023. I am wanting to just come in to connect heart to heart and womb to womb with you all after our sacred pause and our beautiful seating ceremony. And just take a moment to celebrate that we have arrived in this year and that we get to start fresh, and that the gates of our Blood Mystery Temple is opening once again to receive any sisters that are being called to step deeper into this lineage of mother's love and life and co-creation. So let's just dive right into this. And if any sisters that are watching live or on the replay have any questions, please just let me know through the comments. I'll try to manage those. But yeah, let's dive right in. What is our Blood Mysteries Temple? So our Blood Mysteries is a gateway into the mystery that we hold within our own bodies, through our wombs, through our blood, through our feminine blueprint. It is literally a body of wisdom held within our own bodies that is guiding us home. And our Blood Mysteries, if you've been here for a little bit, you will already have a feeling for this, but our Blood Mysteries holds the frequency of the womb, of oneness, of mother, and all the way from the source womb to the very tangible part that is mother in form here as humans. So it is the frequency of mother emerging from the source womb of all, dancing through creation, through all her cycles of life, death, and rebirth in ecstatic unfolding and homecoming. The Blood Mystery is the frequency of love and life unfolding constantly and condensed into matter within our bodies, into this beautiful sacred waters, life-giving waters and blood. Okay, our lineage within the Blood Mysteries is here to remember, to hold, and to bring through and tend to this river of life, love, wisdom, and power, from the subtle realms and connecting to this larger river of mother, all the way through into 3D and the tending to and interacting with the river that is held within our own wombs, from birth to death. So starting off with clarifying that our Blood Mysteries is the birthright of every woman, and it is an active part of our spiritual unfolding in our life, from death to birth. So it does not link necessarily to our bleeding status. So wise women are a big part of our community and are always welcome. Now that we understand a little bit of what we're talking about, let's talk about why it's important. This is a part that is often overlooked because menstruation has been, vilified and shamed and hidden for so long. And also because it's common. Every woman bleeds. We bleed, throughout many, many years. It's very easy to minimize, hide, and tuck away. But if we actually sit with what she is and the meaning for all humans, not just for women, right? Starting from the vastest lensing, for every human being on this planet, moon blood is our primordial connection to mother and life. Every being born on this planet through a human vessel, right, is received by this substance in form, energetically and physically. It is this little bed of nurturance and love in the mother's womb that receives that fertilized egg or ovum, and then within that process becomes placenta and nurtures, and then is part of the birthing of that life into the world. Every human being gives its first breath with the scent of moon blood in their nostrils, with the taste of moon blood on their tongue. It is what is on every inch of our body as we are born. And it is our physical and energetic connection again to life and mother. So our relationship to moon blood is essential because it's intricately tied to how we relate to mother in all her forms and how we relate to life and to nurturance and safety, like the most basic aspects. Mother is our primordial role. It affects every other relationship in our life. So we are talking about coming back to our conception and our foundations as humans, not only physically but energetically. So how we relate to moon blood is going to have a humongous, huge effect on every layer and aspect of our life. Okay, so this is why this is important. No matter if you are currently bleeding or you're past your bleeding years, being in right relationship with this part of yourself is going to have a huge impact on how you relate to life and love in every aspect of your life. On top of that, as women, right, our moon blood is tied directly to our identity as women. Every part of the globe has some form of this saying that when a maiden bleeds for the first time, she becomes a woman, right? We have a deep connection between our womanhood, being a woman, and bleeding. There is those are intrinsically tied and cannot be separated. So when our relationship to our moon blood isn't beautiful and sacred and empowering, that is affecting how we feel as women and every aspect of our womanhood. Okay, so again, we're talking about core foundations of our being. On top of that, moon blood is what ushers us through the seasons of life. It's moon blood that ushers us from child to maiden to mother to crone, right? So it is the river that is bringing the wisdom and the transformation through our seasons as women. Okay, so again, no matter what season you're in, it's impacting us all the time from birth to death. Okay, and then deeper still as women, this aspect of our being, right, our womb and our womb blood holds a portal into the mystery. This is our center of power. This is why the patriarchy attacked it as the first thing it attacked was our blood and our menstrual rights, because this is our gateway into the mystery, to the divine, to our power, and to our magic. When we can come back to recognizing this and tapping into the wisdom that's within us, everything transforms. You have a built-in GPS system that will guide you through life that you can trust. You have direct access to the divine. You do not need to search for anything outside of yourself. You have direct access to safety, to nurturance, to wisdom. Everything you need is within you. The medicine, right? Even to a physical level, we explore this in our journey, is even the biochemical aspects of our moon blood assist us in healing, in journeying, in entering altered states of consciousness, and a whole host of other things. So there is a treasure trove between your hip, sister. And this temple is dedicated to opening the gate to women that are ready to remember this and anchor this in their life. Right? The other aspect is that this frequency is arriving on the earth. If you've probably heard me say this again before, at a new vibrational octave. So this is not just a recapitulation of what's happened in the past. We are rescuing the remembrances of the threads of the past that have been on the planet and bringing them through, because this is the way of the feminine, right? Of birthing the new states of consciousness, new earth, and these continuous cycles of life, death, and rebirth are continuously refining us and creation. So this is an ancient new body of work that is coming through, and what's available to women now today has not been available on the planet before. So it's very exciting. So I'm inviting you into a 7-week journey within the temple, where we will be exploring, again, the frequency of our blood mysteries, and specifically healing and your relationship to your moon blood, and reclaiming the power that she holds for you. Okay. And how do we do this? We do this through 5 modules. And there is I'm going to walk you through the details now. The journey is basically 7 weeks. We start off with an opening ceremony. We have every week you have access to a new module with at least 3 videos, a womb journal, some PDFs, and audio meditation. Okay, and each of these modules is geared toward creating this rich foundation for you to have a direct experience of your moon blood as the magical elixir of life that she is, so that you can come home to yourself within your being and have access forever to the mystery through your own being. Okay, so in the introduction, we go over the basics, like where this is coming from, and also the lineage is also both very mystical and practical. We also go through the practicalities of this, like if you're bleeding, how to collect your moon blood, how to choose healthy menstrual products, how to store your moon blood. As wise women, for you to be able to experience menstrual rights, because most wise women haven't in their bleeding years, how to transfigure wine so that you can be part of absolutely every aspect of the journey. So all that is in the introductory module. Then we enter into releasing and remembering. We have a week where we are diving into the deep remembrance of what our moon blood actually is, right? And not only in terms of her story, but also creating spaces where you will have in your own body a direct experience of her and the beauty that she is. So we remember, and then we have this whole week to work on releasing in this very safe container all the wounding, all the shame, all the stories that we hold. And you'll be surprised at how much we actually hold here. Even I remember when I entered into this lineage, I thought I had a wonderful relationship with my moon blood. Diving into the alchemical container, a lot gets stirred, things from our lineage, from the collective, and we begin to purge our body and our wombs from all these toxic stories that we've been holding into, so that we can tap into the beauty that she is. So we have a module of remembering and releasing. Then we go into reclaiming and activating. Here we're going to explore also the biological biochemistry of our moon blood, how science is catching up to what we've already know through ancient traditions and lineages and stories and myth of the power of our moon blood. So we explore both the myth and the story and the biology of her. And there is the stepping from remembering what she actually is as a frequency to reclaiming her as this powerful river of life that is within us. From there, the third module is related to attuning and harmonizing, because our moon blood and our menstruation is a part of a larger cycle, right? The larger cycle of our feminine cycle. So here we explore how the wisdom of the fullness of the cycle, how our moon time is setting up is seeding the cycle for us, how to work with that cycle, how by simply anchoring this part as sacred, it automatically cascades into more magic throughout the rest of the cycle, right? And how our cycle relates to the moon, and how to work with both of these cycles that don't always synchronize. Here we uncover the myths around like when it's right to bleed and what all that means. What does it mean to bleed on a new moon or on a full moon? How does it feel in your body? What's the medicines that's there? And again, how to work with these two, the lunar and the feminine forces, as allies, and how to interpret them and begin to dance consciously with them. And it's what's really beautiful at this point in the journey as we begin to activate this place, the deep wisdom of the body, where she comes off kind of the automatic pilot and begins to actively coordinate with the larger cycles of the moon and, equinoxes and planetary conjunctions to support your unfolding. You begin to relate to your body wisdom in a very kind of conscious way, and it's really, really beautiful. I always get excited for that module. And then we end with module 4, where it is all about anchoring and grounding all of this. So throughout all this journey, we've been remembering, there's been audio meditation, we're having deep connection experiences within your body. And now we get to anchor. And this is part of it. This lineage is both very, very mystical and anchored. That's part of the beauty of moon blood. It is this tremendous power that can be traced all the way to source womb, but that makes its way into concrete form. And it's in that distillation process that the potency is um, uncovered, right? So now that we've set all these energetic foundations, we can anchor all that work in form through menstrual rites. And in this module, we go through all the available menstrual rites that were not available in the way they're available to us now for our ancient sisters. Okay. And here, again, the whole journey is about empowering you and your own magic and medicine and relationship. Our moon blood is the medicine. So this is not about me telling you how to do it. It's about creating a space and a pathway for you to access that within yourself and giving you the roadmap. So we go over the energetic underpinnings of each one of these rites and how moon blood ties in and how you can structure your own rituals. There's plenty of examples and also plenty of creative freedom for you to engage in these practices in a way that fits your lifetime, your specific life set up, right? The amount of time you have available. These rites are tremendously powerful, but they don't necessarily require a lot of time. Once those interconnections are there and you've activated the power of your moon blood, in a couple of minutes, when all is aligned, it can have a huge impact, right? So we go over all of that, from complex rituals to very simple rituals, and how to integrate it into your life. And another aspect here that is priceless is that we get to discuss what it's actually like to practice this in modern day life. And you are welcomed into a community of real life women that are, living in all parts of the globe. We have women in every content, and again, every season of life, anchoring these teachings and these practices in their own way, in their own communities. Okay, so what it's actually like to practice this, from the initial resistance and nerves and all the shadow that comes up, to the excitement of the practice and the mind-blowing effects of what happens when we begin to practice these rites, to also navigating the social aspects, right? How do we navigate partners and sharing or not sharing? How do we lean into this? What if I'm working? How do we navigate the practicalities of this? All of that we dive into so that you feel fully supported to integrate this into your day-to-day life, no matter what that life looks like. This is a tremendous resource of support for you and your unfolding, and the beauty that it is yours. So it will unfold and shape in a way that supports your unique life and the moment that you're in. And through time, it also changes to continue supporting you. So those are the modules. Then we have an integration week, and also an extra week to check out the Wise Women module. For my Wise Women module is open from the introduction all the way to the end, so that you are guided specifically on, from where you are in their life cycle, how to interact with each one of the modules, right? How to participate through the transfigured wine. And Wise Woman module also has uniquely designed meditations and resources for you to access the blood mysteries at your stage. Because for us bleeding women, our practice is through the menstrual rites, right? For Wise Women, it's different. And all of that, the new myth of Wise Women, how to tap into that magic that continues to be within you, right? And your role within the blood mysteries and in life is all addressed here, in a really beautiful way. And again, Wise Women is so important because what your role traditionally was holding this space, right? You were the ones that initiated. The younger women held the wisdom, right? And held the remembrance of the lineage. So there is so much need for Wise Women within the lineage to hold this space once again. And for us that are still menstruating, it allows us to begin to anchor this new paradigm of Wise Women as the pinnacle of feminine power that she is. And it creates a healing right, through the timeline, so that when it's our turn, we can step into that from this place of empowered grace instead of diminishment and minimizing and invisibility and wounding that is so prevalent for women that are crossing menopause and into the wise woman years this year, at this point in our society. Okay, so that module benefits us all, no matter where we are in our life cycle. We also have, so I said, 3 calls, one at the beginning, we have a heart check-in in the middle, and then a closing ceremony that is also live. So you will be deeply supported if that is what you wish to be. I know this is a very personal journey. For some women, this is something that you want to do on your own, just knowing that support is there. If you want more interaction, there are these 3 live calls where you have direct access to me, where you can ask anything and you can be supported, be in the mystical and energetics, or the things that are being catalyzed within you, or the practical nuts and bolts of it all. And you also will be welcomed into our Blood Mysteries Facebook group, which is a private group only for sisters that have gone through this this foundational journey, and all the sisters that continue through the different spirals of the Blood Mysteries Temple. We're all housed there, but you'll be coming into a small community of women that are all practicing these rites, this lineage, that hold these same frequencies and values, where you will be supported and where you can, at any point, check in or ask for support or questions or help. So that, in a nutshell, is our journey. I'm just going to take a moment now to see comments. If there's any questions, please post them now. Maria shares, I also thought I had a powerful relationship with my womb and moonblood, and in this journey, my connection has deepened so much and has supported me to connect directly with my bloodline in ways that are surprising and welcome. I recommend this journey to anyone who is feeling like there is more to their menstruation and wants to be held in a container of women willing to explore their love and power. Oh, thank you, sweet sister, for that beautiful recommendation and sharing of your experience. Well, I can share my experience of women walking through this journey is that the general response is, I wish I'd stumbled upon this sooner, right? Because you begin to realize all that has always been here and available for us. And yeah, there's a lot of riches that come, and it's life transforming. It's a continued unfolding of a journey, but that, yeah, is just priceless. So thank you, Maria, for that. If you have any other questions, please post them below. Let me know. The gates will be open. We start, I think, the 16th, I believe, in like a week or two. Should have, let's see, I have it somewhere. Where did I have it? Well, yeah, we start in I think the 16th. Yes, we start the 16th. And yeah. And early bird will be till the 10th if you are wanting to step in a reduced price and to receive that beautiful magical metamorphosis bonus, which is a 2-hour guided workshop into moonblood art. So incorporating moonblood into an art project as one of the many ways in which we can use the power of our moonblood for personal transformation and support and beauty. So all that will be available to anyone who signs up by the 10th. Yeah, the only other thing I wanted to share at this point for any other sisters that are watching is that, again, this is the first step in the journey. If you are called to working deeper with the womb and your moon blood, and eventually the White River, which is the river of Aramrita, it all unfolds from here, right? We first anchor and heal and reclaim our relationship to our womb and our blood. And from there, everything else unfolds. We have within the temple deepening spirals for any priestess, a woman wanting to enter the womb priestess lineage, developing the core skills. And now this is more of a mystical journey, right? As we continue to practice the practicality of our rites. Priestessing the life cycle. And now our temple is opening up the third spiral, which is the exploration and the reclamation of the White River of feminine pleasure and arousal, and deepening with the Grail Guardian and Grail Keeper as one, as guardians of this sacred place and the sacred waters that come from her, and how deepening that relationship also continues to open inner gateways and gifts. So we have a rich journey ahead of us for anyone wanting to look down the line. The initiate's journey begins in March. So there is time to jump into this journey and then join the larger temple in the initiate's journey if you're called to go deeper. And we'll be talking more about that inside the temple for all those that are within when the time comes. So that's it, love. It's so good to be with you. And thank you for those of you that have joined me live, and for Maria for your beautiful sharing. And I will talk to you soon as we continue to land in 2023. I hope to be with you a little more often in this space. So more news to come. My love, many blessings for my sacred women. We meet tomorrow for the Sacred Women's Spiral, and I'll see you then. My love, happy moon time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.